Hello my friend, be welcome to one more video. In this video I'll talk about investing in Brazil. For you who don't know, I'm a native, lived here over the last only 36 years, okay? So I know how things work here in Brazil. And I think Brazil is an excellent place to invest, okay? But there is a problem. It's not for all kinds of investments, okay? There are some specific ways of investing that, in my opinion, are really good. Okay, so if you want to invest here in Brazil, stay with me, okay, until the end. That I'm sure this video can help you. Okay, first of all, it is important to understand that Brazil is a high inflationary country. Okay, we tend to observe in the long term high inflation rates, okay? What that means, we have volatility in the market. This could be bad for a way. It means that we don't have a stable economy like developed countries, rich countries with lower inflation rates, okay? This is bad for the population at all. But for investing, if you want to look in the positive side is that volatility brings good opportunity for returns. Okay, we have good return opportunities. We in rich countries we have less volatility, but let me say less upsides and downside. Okay, for investing. Okay, right? And if you don't know, if you are a foreign, don't live here, it can be dangerous because you don't know here what people need, what the business dynamics here. It can be dangerous, I understand. But now I will talk about 5 ways here that I judge it's more intelligent, and you can benefit more from this volatility. Let me say like this, okay? So let's start. First of all, a good way to invest here in Brazil, in my point of view, is the stock market, okay? The stock market here is volatile, okay? But there are some good companies with excellent profit margins, okay, that you could look for, okay? You could have a decent return, okay, an excellent return with low risks, okay. Let me point some of them. We have food companies, okay. One of the biggest companies in the food sector here is M. Dias Branco, okay. M. Dias Branco, it makes basic food, okay, cheap food, okay. I believe that if you go to the streets here in Brazil, you'll see a lot of supermarkets, okay, one after the other, okay, a lot of supermarkets. Why there are so many supermarkets here in Brazil? Because the purchase power of the population is generally low, but people always want to eat, okay. And people eat a lot because it's basically what they can buy, food. So you see a lot of supermarkets because of that, and they are really big ones. So if we have a lot of supermarkets, if you invest in a stock that produce basic foods and has good administration, a good history, profit margins, everything like this, you could invest in this. M. Dias Branco is one of the best, okay, one of the best companies in this sector. It produces like cheap food, like snacks and things like this to supermarkets. Very interesting option. We have in stocks other options from dividend stocks like electricity companies, okay. The electricity companies pay high dividends periodically because they are like monopoly. They are exclusive distributors of energy, okay? People here doesn't have options, so they are obligated to consume from only one company. So we have many electricity companies here in the stock market, okay? You could look for this. Eletrobras is one of the most well-known of them. But we have other stocks in this field of electricity, okay? And we have small caps that are small companies that are a lot more risky. I would not recommend to invest in that because it's too risky. But this kind of company, we have like dividend stocks, we have good options. I will not talk about more because I have other options here to talk about. This video would be too long, but I consider we have a lot of opportunities in the stock market here, okay? Another very good way to invest is in stock market, but in another segment that is immobiliary funds, okay? This is one of my favorite ones, okay? Immobiliary funds are like REITs. I don't know how to pronounce it, but REIT, like in USA. Here we have the immobiliary funds. That is the same kind of investments. Basically, are stocks that invest in real estate only. Okay, and the advantage here is that this kind of investment pay high dividends because there is a law here that this kind of funds has to distribute 95% of their revenue monthly in form of dividends. So you expect high dividend investments. Okay, some of them pay something like 1% a month. Okay, you see a lot of these funds paying 1% in dividend a month. Okay, this is how far your returns could go. Okay, and their stock go up in price sometimes. So there are some indicatives that you can look for to see if it's a good point for buying. That is the PVP, okay? The price under the patrimonial value, okay? This is volatile. Sometimes this stock is expensive, other times it's cheap, okay? So you can earn twice the dividends that are constant and monthly, and with the appreciation in the value too, okay? And I like this kind of investment because it's very stable and pay you monthly. So every month you have this this source of income, passive, month after month after month after month, okay? And we have a lot of kinds of immobiliary funds. We have like buildings funds, that commercial building funds. We have shopping center funds. We have paper funds. The paper funds are like the credit directed to the immobiliary sector. Okay, we have these paper funds usually pay higher dividends, but they appreciate less in their value. The physical buildings funds, they pay a little bit less in dividends, like 0.5% a month, 0.6% a month, but they appreciate over the time because the real estate is going high at the time. And in an environment with high inflation like Brazil, it's a good idea to have real estate because they like protect against the inflation. Sometimes not totally protect, but usually they have a certain protection against the inflation. in their value. Let me say like this: they raise the rentals, they appreciate their value over the time. So one of my favorites is Imobiliário funds. Okay. If you wanna open a business here in Brazil, if you wanna come here and open a business, there are good opportunities because Brazil is high demand country. People need to eat, need to dress, need a lot of things, and we doesn't have a good competition here. The level of business here is too low. Okay, so it's let me say not easy, because business is not easy, and you have to take care with business here in Brazil. Is not a simple thing like to open so easy like in rich country. You have to look to my other videos when I specifically detail the dangers of opening a business, what you have to take care of. Okay, but there are sectors here that in my point of view people demand a lot. Okay, let me give you some examples, like pizza. Okay, pizza is some basic thing, but yes, we have a lot of pizza, and pizza is like a delivery. Okay, small place that people can eat pizza there, but a restaurant focused on pizza. Okay, because Brazilians love pizza and they order a lot. And we see a lot of restaurants focused on pizza, and we see there's no end for this. We always see new and new restaurants opening, so people always is buying and eating. People love to eat here in Brazil, so the food sector here is very strong because people love to eat. But I recommend you not to open some complicated restaurant with a lot of employers. Don't go too far yet, okay? You have to, first of all, live a little bit in the culture here to understand how your employers think about employers and things like this, okay? Sometimes it's a little bit annoying. So you have to go slow with this, but you can put like a pizza restaurant, small, very small, based on systems and automated production. Okay, we have machines that can not 100% automatic, but almost like this. Okay, basically like this. Okay. The fourth sector to invest that I consider is very good is self-service. It's in the food sector too, but self-service açaí. Açaí is a typical fruit from here, the North Brazil, but it's kind of very popular here in Brazil. And the advantage is that you can open like a small açaí self-service restaurant, okay? And the advantage is you have few employees in this case, okay? You don't need a lot of employees. All business that are high demanding and you don't need massive amounts of employees, it's a good option here for Brazil, okay? And we see a lot, plenty of this kind of açaí restaurants here. It's very popular. People spend with this a lot of money in this, and it's very good. I think that you can invest not too much. You can look in shopping centers too. Okay, you have franchises in this sector, varying the price from all prices you can imagine it, starting in $15,000, a small shop, going until $100,000, the biggest, colossal, huge açaí stores, okay? And that's it. Another very, very interesting option investing here in Brazil, in my region that I live, that is in the Northeast, is investing in the touristic sector more specifically in the accommodation sector, in touristic beats here in my state, Ceará. My state here, Ceará, we have the most beautiful beaches in Brazil, is here in my state, Ceará. And I'm noticing that the accommodation prices here are too expensive. Is insanely expensive. Okay? That shows for the market that is scarce. And why I think this is so expensive? Because the beats here attract not only the locals here in Brazil go a lot to here, Ceará. They come from the south, southeast here to Ceará. And we have the fact that Ceará is very well located in relation to Europe, in relation to the United States. Okay, we are strategically positioned between Europe and the United States. Okay, so the position here is one more good factor that brings a lot of foreigners here and raise the price of accommodation. Okay, so I'm noticing that a lot of gringos, foreigners are coming here to Ceará, to these beaches, and the accommodation prices are insane. Okay, are something like you compare to Europe capitals. Okay, it's the same price, and the costs you have here are much lower than Europe to have a business. I'm not saying you will have to open a big hotel. Be calm, go slow. Open a small bed and breakfast for the beginning. Test a little bit if you like, okay? And you can scale. You can put. One time I saw one guy that has a small, not so small, but a bed and breakfast hotel, not in the beach, but in the mountains here in Ceará. It was totally automated. We don't see employers. We only saw one. Okay, it's very cold in this mountain here. Near here is Guaramiranga. It's called Guaramiranga, and we don't see employers there. That's marvelous. The main door opened by itself. Okay, automatically. Everything is automatically. You go to the reception. Yes, there was one receptionist. We take like a card and open our room. Okay, I think there is only one employer there, and there are cameras for all over the place that monitor everything. So it's kind of business that you can automatize. Okay, it can run literally automatically. And very interesting, very interesting, this model. You can bring this model to the beach. I didn't see yet any hotel like this in a beach in Ceará. You could charge a lot less, and with less employers, it could be a big idea. Okay, and that's it. If you want to contact me or you have some questions, put in the comment. I will put my email in the description if you wanna send me a message. Okay, I put my email, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. See you.